How far has this nation come when you can count the number of black governors on one hand? It takes a few more fingers for the House of Representatives, but not so many for the Senate. Each year this time we hear the song, "We Shall Overcome." Each year this time we ask, when it comes to politicians, have we? The number of African Americans participating in the political system is on the rise.
It's been a long time coming, but tonight, because of what we did on this day, in this election, at this defining moment, change has come to America.
At this point, we have more representation than we've ever had in the history of this country.
But while Barack Obama making it to the White House could be the high watermark, it's definitely not the whole story.
That movement started decades before Barack Obama. And I think that because the fervent ground was built in city after city and state after state of very successful black people who, many cases, they were running, they didn't always win. However, they've launched campaigns that made sense.
Of all the major political institutions, it is Congress, the House of Representatives, that most reflects the diversity of America. 61 members of the House are African American. That's about 13%. Which is very close to the population as a whole.
The wave of social justice movements has brought in a lot more black representatives than we've seen previously. We saw a lot of young people, a lot of women and millennials, and quite frankly, even some Gen Z members.
But other political institutions are not so inclusive.
I think black people have always been involved in politics. Politics has not always wanted to involve black people.
The Senate has only 4 black members, 12 in the history of the institution. On the state level, there is currently only 1 black governor.
I, Wesley Watende Omari Moore.
Wes Moore of Maryland.
And bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland.
To the state of Maryland.
To be sure, any progress that has been made has been hard-earned.
The state of black representation it's better than it has been, but it's not as good as it could be.
As with anything, whenever progress is made, we see the goalposts being moved back. We have to continue to recognize that when people are making it harder, that means they recognize we are making progress.
In less than 2 decades, we are going to be a majority brown country. That puts a different meaning behind who our representatives happen to be, but also a bigger voice as to why it's so important that our diversity reflects not only the population, but also the views and the policies that the population, people of color, would like to see.
What does the future look like?
We've seen time and time again where there has been a couple of miles of success for black people followed in short order by at least 300 miles of taking us back. That has been the push and pull of this nation since the dawn of black Americans getting here in chains.
We continue to vote in national elections, and we vote in large turnout and expect that the president is going to be the end all. The president is going to fix all the problems. But these issues do not get addressed without the masses actually letting their voices be heard.
Because this is not only a fight for civil rights for black people and access for black people. If we fall, so do so many other populations, because where black people receive access and achievement, we also uplift other votes. Policies, practices that benefit black people typically also benefit other groups.
The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once wrote, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice." It appears that is the case with politics as well. So once again, both sides are courting the black vote. What black voters have to decide is which side is history on. Looking back at the past might make it easier to look ahead to the future. Chance and Abajoy?
Thank you so much, Del. We're going to see you in 15 minutes on The Debrief.